Hello guys and welcome to another tutorial. And in this one we're going to try to make the online service work with Unreal Engine. The online service being the Epic online service, right? So now I'm on the main page of the Epic Games, right? So what we need to do is look for we need to actually search. You have to go search for the Epic online service, right? And then just go there and make sure that you're logged in. If you're not, just go ahead and add one there, right? Sign in there or create an account. Go to the dev portal, and that's where we can start setting up our projects. You have to enable your two-factor authentication before you do it. Okay, so you go to the if this is the first time, right, go to account management and then make sure you set that up. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, new password not there. The two-factor authentication is the one you can either use your phone or email. Someone to turn on the email, and then it's gonna ask me for that code. Let me go find it on my email account, and then just copy that code. Let me see if I can drag it over. Ooh. So this is a little bit annoying, right? But you just have to do this and get that account real quick. Ooh, try that again. I think it's gonna send it one more time. All right, and then you got that code and put it in here, enable email authentication, and then we're good. Yes. Alrighty, now let's go back here again, and then I have enabled 2FA, two-factor authentication. And then it's gonna ask you for organization. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna call that game with, and these are not needed. Let's continue. Okay. All right. Now we're here. It's gonna allow us to start exploring, but I don't need to see this one. Let's just go ahead and create our first product. The product is basically anything that you can use as a game, or you can create as a game or anything else, an application, right? It's just a fancier name of saying your game in this case. And go ahead and create the product, and the product name can be whatever. I'm gonna call this one Unreal EOS, and then next. And then you can also add in a cover image. Don't need that. Okay, now go to the settings of the product if I can. I think it's still loading it. All right, and then you go to the settings of the product, and then here we need to set up a few things. Basically what we need to do is to make sure that everything here is populated. Okay, and the reason for that is because when we're setting up our Unreal Engine project to be able to connect here, we need all those information, right? So what we need to do is go to the clients here first, review and accept. A client is basically things like your game client or your server client or whatever. It's a specific installment of your game, I believe. So there's a bunch of things you have to agree with. Just scroll all the way down there to tell them that you have viewed everything, and then down there, accept. And yes, now we go to the clients again. There's a bunch more. So just go to license, and you can see now we have accepted this one. We have to accept the other two. So review, and then scroll down, accept, and review, scroll down, and accept. Alrighty, I think those are all accepted. Now you can go back here again. If you are lost, go to the dashboard, look for your product, go to settings, go to clients, and I think this is good. So now we don't have a client. Just go ahead and click and add a new client. I'm gonna call this guy EOS test. Okay, and then we need to add in a new client policy. A policy is basically what the client can do with the online service. So I'm gonna call this guy EOS test policy. And then the policy type, there's a bunch of presets already, right? There's one like a game clients or something. You can also create a custom one. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because we can actually set up every setting here. So first thing, user required, I want that. So the player has to log in right before doing anything else. And then everything else here can be checked on basically because, you know, we're just testing. We want everything to be available. So this one, everything on. Oh, am I missing some? Sometimes you need the trusted server required. So that means that you have to have, if you go back there, let's just wait for this is all done, right? So this has to be checked out in your client before you can enable these guys. But this is not needed for our testing. Leaderboards, happy with that. Lobbies, I like lobbies. Lobbies are fun. Matchmaking, all these guys. Matrix, nothing for the matrix. Notifications, you know, basically everything that we can check on, just check them on. Check this on, check this on. All these guys, this one. Status, I like that. Voice. Okay, let's double check. Everything's on here. Scroll down a little bit. Yes. All right, all good. We're gonna say add a new client policy, so we're committed there. So yeah, again, the trusted server is somewhere here, right? If you have an IP address, but we don't have that. So let's just go ahead and add the new client. We don't need the URL either. If you want to have like a company website, you can do that. Okay, so when the client is set up, if you go back here to the product settings, you can see now we have more, right? We have the client now. And then we're still missing this thing called application. So that's something we need to set up. Okay, so go to the game services. Oh, sorry, not there. The account services. And then we need to set up the application. It's basically requiring to set up which client are you linking to the actual application there. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and link the clients, and then the clients will be our one and only EOS test. Save the change. We have to also go to the permissions. Okay, so the permissions requires people to basically see like to see other people's present and, you know, friends and things like that. I'm gonna check these out. Countries are tricky. Let's leave that as not, otherwise the connection will be problematic, right? So we'll just have these guys, or if that's on, you have to find out the same place in Unreal Engine to take that on, I believe, when it comes to creating or logging in. Let's be careful about that. The default setting shouldn't have the country on. Okay, if you wanted to, you need to just do more digging to see how that's set up. And I think that's it. That's how this would look like when people are trying to log in, basically. So this is just a preview. It doesn't do anything. Alrighty. So save changes. Brand settings, if you have some, right? Like the website, policy URL, and a bunch of other things. We don't need that either. Okay. Alrighty, now let's back to the account service. Now those are set up. If we go back here to the product settings, you can see now we now have the application, right? This is everything you need to do to set up, set it up properly. All right, now that will be it for the first video, right? We can move on to the next one. We start to add in create our Engine project and start setting up there. All right, see you guys next time.